Well, let's talk politics, shall we? Um, like, I don't think people understand. You know, the Russian Orthodox Church started in Ukraine, and it's a fact. Y'all don't understand that most Russian culture began in Ukraine. That's one of the topics I'm going to talk about, the Russia-Ukraine thing. China and Taiwan. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off by saying this, but fuck it. The Chinese army is shit. Okay? The Chinese army is shit. China is the most overrated military in the world. I don't know how people still overhype this army. You can be like, oh, but they have hypersonic missile technology. That doesn't mean shit. That does not mean anything. Because look, their missiles may not even work. One thing in a test, it's another thing to actually do it in a fight. It's another thing to do it. And also, how does one bring guns to a sword fight and you still lose to India, who you are way stronger than, by the way? China's way stronger than India. Everyone should know China's much stronger than India. Everyone should know this. Guarantee you the Chinese are lying about their technology. I don't think they have that technology. We would beat the fuck out of them in a war. Wouldn't even be a fair fight. Plus, I guarantee you, once they invade Taiwan, also, most of you Americans fucking sicken me, okay? Shut the fuck up about, oh, I support China. Taiwan's a province of China. Oh, shut the fuck up, okay? China's independent, Taiwan's independent. It's that fucking simple. But no, y'all think China owns the mainland. Get the fuck out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here. If you support China and you come on this channel and say, support China, you're immediately getting pitted on this channel. I'm not letting people who support China on this channel. China caused all the problems in the world. Like, America, we have the COVID issue. And now we got to deal with China all the time. Not only that, but also China is literally the reason that we've been fucked. And also China's the reason Africa's in hell, because China literally runs Africa economically. I don't think a single country runs a single continent other than China when it comes to Africa. Um, Iran and America. Everyone knows Iran and America tensions. They're hot. And The Iraqi army under Saddam, fucking terrible. I'm sorry. It was terrible. People compare Ukraine to Iraq. Ukraine now would beat the fuck out of Iraq back then. The Iraqi army was shit. They struggled with Kuwait. They lost. Look, the Iraqi army under Saddam lost to an unprepared Iranian army coming off overthrowing their government for a theocracy that was full of maniac genocide, of genocidal little fucks that just hate America. Britain and France are the reason the Middle East is hell, but America poured salt on the wound. That's basically the Middle East. Britain and France created the hell. America poured the salt on the wound. All on the wound. America poured the salt on the wound because we've gotten involved in the Middle East, especially with the whole Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom, attacking Syria just to get ISIS out of there, even though we also attacked Assad under Trump because Assad supposedly used chemical weapons, even though we won't even know if that was true or not, because there was no UN state investigation. There's no UN investigation into that. Syria went from the people trying to overthrow their government all the way to a major proxy war, and probably the worst proxy war since the Soviet-Afghan War. This proxy war is nasty. Saudi Arabia, America, Israel, and who else is Jordan, the Gulf states, and Egypt are all backing the Free Syrian Army, while Iran, Russia, now Qatar, because Qatar is now an Iranian ally. Pakistan, Libya, they're China, Belarus, North Korea, they're all helping the Assad regime, and America is also helping the Kurds technically. Turkey is helping the Free Syrian Army, but pretty soon they're going to revoke it and invade the whole country. And Turkey does not have a right to invade Syria. They never did. Other than supposedly create a safe zone in northeastern Syria to put Syrian refugees and Turks in there. But we all know it's ethnic cleansing. It's a war crime. Erdogan would be committing a war crime. The Kurds have always been in the Middle East. Like there's Kurds in Turkey, there's Kurds in Iraq, there's Kurds in Iran, and there's Kurds in Syria. Like we all know about these Kurds. Now, I play a game called Hearts of Iron 4 now. It basically sums up how good you are when it comes to geopolitics. Now, I'm going to be studying political science and media when I get into college. The tensions with Russia have not been bad up until Ukraine. Up until the first crisis with Ukraine, tensions with Russia have not been bad since the collapse of the Soviet Union. They have not been bad. Relations with Russia were good. They were relatively good. They were the highest it's been since the Russian Empire days. Under Boris Yeltsin and the early time of Vladimir Putin and Dmitry Medvedev. Russia invades Georgia. They take a little bit of a hit. Obama resets relations. It's not that bad because Russia actually Russia just basically intervened to help the separatists in that region. And then it goes well at first, and then Ukraine happened. And then Ukraine happens. Happens. 2014. Ukraine was invited to join the European Union. Ukraine resoundingly said no. Ukraine said no. Their government said no, we're not joining the EU. Wanted stronger ties with Russia. The people go in, overthrow the government, may I remind you. Overthrow the Ukrainian government at the time. It was backed by the United States. And there was chaos with a new government, which made Ukraine even worse than it already was. Putin takes advantage, invades Crimea, annexes it, and there are pro-Russian separatists in the Donbass. Specifically, Donetsk and Luhansk, which is where the story is going to come. They declared independence from Ukraine. Ukraine tried to take the region back. Russia covertly joined the separatist rebels. Ceasefire. Minsk II. So basically, Ukraine and Russia are in a ceasefire, basically. And Russia and Ukraine both agree to this. Technically, Ukraine hasn't agreed to it. They're still fighting. Ukraine has violated that treaty. And that treaty was to get the Donbass peacefully integrated into Ukraine. That was to get the Donbass peacefully integrated into Ukraine. Ukraine has violated it so many times. Russia has also violated it so many times. Minsk II's failure. Minsk II's failure to stop the two countries from fighting each other. The real tensions have been bad with China, Iran, and North Korea. The Iraqi army is shit. Iraq is a shithole in general. Fast forward to 2021, we have Joe Biden as the president now. And look, as an American, we're no better than Russia. I'm going to say it right now. We are no better than Russia. Everyone should know what we've done. We have the most military interventions since the Second World War ended. We've intervened in the most conflicts, like Angola, Vietnam, Korea, China, Greece, Iran-Iraq War. We were helping Iraq. Afghanistan, we aided the Mujahideen, which was a mistake. Because guess who the fuck was in the Mujahideen? Osama fucking bin Laden. The Saudi terrorists who did 9/11. Everyone knows what we did in Iraq. Everyone knows what we did in Libya. Everyone knows what we did in Everyone knows what we did all over the world. Syria, Afghanistan. Actually, Afghanistan. But yeah. Russia loads its troops on the border with Ukraine because Biden got elected. Putin was getting ready to invade Ukraine. Because of Biden's foreign policy. He knew Biden wouldn't do anything. Trump, on the other hand, probably would have already. Putin probably would have been flattened had Trump decided to, if Trump was still president. And people are like, but Putin wanted Trump. That was a lie. Everyone should know that is a flat out lie. I don't even like Donald Trump either. Everyone knows I hate Donald Trump. It's because of his head. It's because of what's going on in his head. Not the fact that he's allegedly a racist. He was a reality TV show. And he became a president. Like Volodymyr Zelensky. He was a comedian. And he's the president of Ukraine. He's a literal comedian. And he leads like a comedian. He's not even a good leader here. He's doing a terrible job at leading Ukraine. I don't care that he's being praised as a hero because he's fighting back against Russian aggression. But we'll get to that. Don't worry. Russia recognizes the independence of the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic. And before we get into the invasion, let's talk about this one group in Ukraine in particular. And I say one group because they matter and they're related to the issue. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce y'all to the Azov Battalion. What are they? Well, it's simple. They are a neo-Nazi, neo-fascist, extreme-right, nationalist extremist group based in Ukraine that are in the Ukrainian National Guard. Some of their members hold seats in the government. I don't know why they hold seats in the government, but they do. They do a lot of fucked up stuff. They torture civilians. They commit human rights violations. They're fucking terrorists. They're fucking Nazis. Whatever. My point is, they're related because on February 23rd, 11 p.m. my time, I live in the United States. Okay? I was born and raised in the United States. But Russia, Vladimir Putin announced Russia is commencing a special military operation in the Donbass region of Ukraine, which would be the reason. And the reason for it, denazification and the demilitarization of Ukraine. Guess what caused the rise of Nazi Germany? Extreme right nationalism. And then that same day, I read up a source. Several Chinese warships have went into the Taiwanese Strait. I knew then and there Taiwan is absolutely fucked. Unless we step in and help them. Or India steps in, or Japan steps in. Because I know this will cause Japan to immediately begin mobilization. They will immediately break their constitutional amendment about mobilization. They will immediately do it. And now, since the invasion began, Russia is now going to start a push. I'm expecting a large Russian offensive to happen because Ukraine's going to run out of time. Once they lose Kharkiv and Kyiv, they're going to capitulate. Their biggest city outside of that is Odessa. And I don't think taking Odessa would really matter to Russia, other than more ports. But Ukraine would literally capitulate. Lose Kyiv and Kharkiv, you're now unstable and you're now economically collapsing. So you capitulate. And which here's what I think will happen if that does end up happening and Ukraine loses the war. And by the way, you are forced to agree to peace treaty because you're being occupied. Now, I think Russia is going to get a free and independent Donbass region of Ukraine. But people are like, oh, that's it then. Why did Russia invade the rest of Ukraine? Get rid of Volodymyr Zelensky. And that's what I think they want to do. Because Volodymyr Zelensky sucks. Vladimir Putin is not any better either, though. That's the thing. I did a rate leader thing. The worst leaders I rated were Jinping, Erdogan, and I forgot the other one. But I gave Kim Jong Un. I gave those three a negative infinity out of 100, out of 10. I hate them so much. Speaking of China, they're still eyeing up Taiwan. Yeah, and apparently the U.S. military opposes Nancy Pelosi visiting Taiwan. China warned the U.S. of forceful measures if Nancy Pelosi visits Taiwan. Bitch, the fuck are you gonna do, Jinping? Or should I say, Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh. Now, if y'all don't know, Taiwan's official name is the Republic of China. And China claims Taiwan as a province. China's the reason World War III is going to happen. Nancy Pelosi, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck up. I hope you don't fuck up and visit Taiwan. Because that will start World War III. Because we have a guarantee of independence on Taiwan, which we should. Like, come the fuck on, everyone. What the fuck is going on with China and India? India received $87 billion in remittances and was the top remittance recipient, way ahead of countries like China and Mexico. Like, people don't understand. China and India are trying to talk, but it's failing miserably. Nancy Pelosi, don't you dare fuck it up. Yeah, privet, because I see you're Russian. China demid. Fuck you then. Suka blia. Rotten hell, China. Italy's prime minister resigned. Apparently. Italy's prime minister resigned. Wait, did Bennett really resign? He's the alternate prime minister. He won't run. He won't run. Good. He fucking sucks. He's a failure to Israel. U.S. Department of... Okay, more of that. Pelosi's planning a visit to Taiwan is not a good idea. Fuck you then. Fuck you, you China. You big old-fashioned bitches. Like, people don't understand. If you're in America and you support China, you're just a hypocrite. Soleimani deserved to fucking die. People don't understand. Soleimani deserved to die. He was a terrorist. And Hunter Biden made deals with oligarchs. I'm not even going to talk about the whole Biden says, I and so damn near many other people I grew up with have cancer because of oil pollution in his home state, Delaware. Germany literally steals money. Rishi Sunak versus Liz Truss for the UK. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there's a Muslim who's who's on the Minnesota Senate. Actually, she got arrested. She got arrested like a fucking idiot. Oh. Jesus. Russia is about to. Russia's apparently getting shit on Hunter Biden. They demanded us cancel our arms sale. Fuck you then. The invasion's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna fucking happen. I'm not buying that. What the fuck? Did you just bomb Iraq? There's fucking nothing in there. Fuck her, mom. Fucking bitch. Here's the fucking thing. The White House is being poorly mismanaged. People don't understand. That war is gonna fucking happen. CCP bitches. Fuck the Chinese government. Worst fucking government on planet Earth by far. Now you threaten us because you threatened strong measures if Pelosi visits Taiwan. Fuck you then. Fuck you then, Winnie the Pooh. Bring it the fuck on. Beat the shit out of you. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. Fuck China.